Yours. I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
I'm not going to say one thing. Just have a great time.
Alright. Well, hope you guys enjoyed your flight.
It's good.
But would you like another song?
Yes, please.
Not getting tired, are you?
No.
No?
Great weather, so
Yeah, it's California. We rock here in California.
it's not humid living in Kentucky.
And then, okay, where are you from again?
I'm actually from Kentucky, going to school in Houston for architecture. And I guess we were interested in this job creation scenario that you all are setting up. I think it's extremely interesting that creativity has to drive job creation. When the economy was doing really well, creativity was kind of lacking, and there was a lot of bureaucracy and nothing really interesting was going on. But now that the economy is not so great, it's like the creativity of these individuals who are going to bring it back from below with these interesting ideas using very little material to create jobs and bring everyone back to a level of success that this country deserves. So.
School do you go to?
Oh, I go to Rice University, and I'm in the architecture program, and it's actually very interesting. Not very many of the people in my field have jobs right now. It's very kind of dire. We just had a big group of graduate students graduate this past spring, and they have very little opportunities. They are working for free right now. They are or not working at all, or doing freelance for very little pay, because there's really not a lot out there. It's really unfortunate, especially because it's in the creative field, and right now no one is building really hardly anything creative. It's just what needs to be built. I guess the country itself feels a little that they don't need design right now, they don't need creativity, they just need whatever's easy and cheap. But it's our job to convince them that they need creativity.
What type of architecture do you visualize ahead once we get the country back online?
Well, I'm extremely interested in communal architecture, something that like within the city that brings the community together, that kind of creates conditions in which people can interact and become more of a community and less of this kind of suburban sprawl that it currently exists, because people kind of become lost and don't really interact.
Does Johnny's music inspire you?
I would say yes. I like that each of his songs kind of has a different message that is interesting. It's not your cookie cutter Hollywood kind of just poster boy that the industry created, but he actually is starting from scratch himself and is coming up with these interesting ideas. So I think he's on the right track. I think he's on something really good.
Sounds like Rice is on the right track too. Now you're with your sister, right?
Yes.
And she's a
civil engineer.
A senior at the University of Kentucky, actually. And I'm kind of the reason we're out here. I listen to his music, and I love music, but my favorite part about music is the lyrics, and his lyrics spoke to me. They're not just like Lady Gaga, where you have no idea what she's saying half the time, but like you listen to his and you know what he's trying to say, and you get that he really means what he's trying to say, and he has a good voice, and it's not I was gonna say Photoshop, that's clearly the wrong word. Auto-tuned. It's just straight, like we just heard it right now, and it sounds even better than like on video.
So two super intelligent women have traveled how many miles?
It's a lot.
Several thousand. I don't know.
5 hours on the plane.
Oh, 5 hours on a plane. Oh, okay, that's right. You're not driving.
I didn't drive.
Okay.
Just couldn't handle that.
That's a long way to go for some good music, and I think it's really amazing. I mean, you guys are working hard in school, and
Definitely.
apparently love the arts, and that's why you're here.
I actually was going to do architecture, but she kind of talked me out of it and not really wanted me to do the same thing. So I did civil so I could correct her little designs with my math and science oriented brain that I have. But I'm still really creative. I feel like I'm a lot more artsy than the other engineers in my classes. They're kind of, I don't know, the nerds with the pocket protectors.
Cool. I have a question for all three of you. You're both of that age where, you know, you're making your futures and planning ahead. What's your opinion of student loans?
Well, I think that they're pretty vital for, I guess, what's the question? Is,
Well, do you think people will be able to pay off their student loans?
Oh, that's a very, it depends on the field you're in somewhat, but with the current economic condition and the lack of jobs, I think there are going to be a lot of people struggling in the next 10 years to pay back their loans. You have to pay back starting immediately once you graduate, and with such a low paying job that we're most likely going to get straight out of college, that's going to be kind of a burden on everyone for a little while.
Mm-hmm. And yourself, your opinion?
I picked a degree that I hope that isn't a problem in. With engineering, it's still though, people haven't been able to find jobs. They're working at like shoe stores and different places like that because we're not guaranteed jobs. I'm actually going to stay in school longer so I can hopefully have a better economy to come out and get a job in. But I feel like it's unfair for like a couple years back, like when my parents started, they wouldn't even necessarily have to go to college to get a job. But now we're under the standard where we have to go to college, but then we have to be able to pay for college. And then we get out, if we can't get a job, how are we going to pay it back? We can't get a good job without going there. And so it's kind of like this loop that we're stuck in, that we really need the economy to get back to where it was before so that we can get back and pay for what we just learned in school.
Well, hopefully some of the students that are watching you on this video will support JobCreation.us because we want to rebuild the economy. We think that it's a responsibility of every American to build an economy towards full employment so that we don't have these trials and tribulations that students are going through, even after they work so hard. And musicians like Johnny, who's producing music that really speak to you, I think we should really see what he has to say in some of his music right now, and let's see what he has to offer.
All right. Well, first, I just want to say, you know, I know some people that are in their 30s and 40s that are, you know, struggling with their families, still trying to pay off loans, and I just wish there was some easier way, because you know, you get this loan, and of course, you know, you're blessed if you get the loan, you're blessed with, you know, some or most of the funds to go on and do what you want. But then, like Amy was saying, you know, a lot of people force you to pay these things off right away. And, you know, you're just starting out, you need some breathing room to get comfortable and get set and get the education and get the experience and the time, and then, you know, succeed in the field that you want. So hopefully we'll see some change though.
Well, apparently your music is speaking to some very, very intelligent people. So let's take a listen to some more of it.
All right. The song's called Makeup Girl. I wrote it for a friend that didn't have a lot of drive in her life. I mean, she does now, but it was really to support what she was doing, and you know, just to encourage her to go and do the things that she wanted to do.
She had a smile on her face, the one that I know is fake. She wants to be someone else. She hides everything inside with that makeup on her eyes, trying to cover up all the mess. Makeup girl, you're such a fake goblin girl. You're out of this world. Yeah, won't you come back to me? Her thoughts scatter on the wall, trying just to break her fall. I take her and assure how to fly. She smiles.